You are now listening to the Divorce Diaries podcast with your host, well, that's a secret. No names, ages, or any other identifying characteristics will be used as we protect the young and innocent. You'll be taken on a journey as one man considers getting a divorce or remaining married. The Divorce Diaries daily entries chronicle the decision-making processes in real time as they unfold day by day. He hopes to add a bit of clarity to his sometimes muddled mess of a marriage. Cheating, overspending, sex, sadness, and betrayal are the characteristics of this marriage. Is he making the right choice? Welcome to the Divorce Diaries. Entire seasons are released on Patreon weeks before anywhere else. At Divorce Diaries Podcast Patreon page. Link below in description. Now for today's episode.
Yeah, this is a tough one because this one is just laden with reality. The funny part about one thing a coworker of mine asked me, he noticed a significant change, I guess, in my physique and my build. And let me just tell you the present things that were going on in my life. My soon-to-be, hopefully by the time you're listening to this, my ex-wife and I were living apart. We were living in two different places for probably a month or so. And he said to me, wow, bro, you looking like trim. Are you lifting more or what's going on? And I just immediately said, without hesitation, I didn't think about this response or anything like that, but I immediately said to him, I said, and he knew something was kind of going on with my family and it may be breaking apart. And he's like, yeah, you're looking trim. What's going on? And I just immediately said, without hesitation, I no longer live with an emotional eater. And he said, oh, we didn't say a word about it. Well, he did say, because he's married as well, and he's just like, I get it. It was one of those sobered, I get it. And I think of that Jim Rohn quote, we're the sum of the 5 people we spend the most time with. If you are with 4 lazy people, you'll be the 5th. If you're with 4 fat people, you'll be the 5th. If you're with 4 gangsters, you'll be the 5th. Whatever the thing is that these people do, where you're spending your time with, we are the sum of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. And taking that in the full spirit of which it's meant, that kind of solidifies and embodies what I meant when I talked to my brother-in-law. With my coworker, and he just basically said, like, wow, you don't. And I said, I don't live with an emotional eater anymore. Done and done. That was it. It's just epic to hear that. And for someone to not even have to think about it and understand, like, yep, the only reason I watched The Real Housewives of Pick a City is because of my wife. My girlfriend. The only reason I eat Nutella and crackers is because of my wife or the woman that I'm with. The only reason that I skip the gym is because of the wife or the woman that I'm with. The only reason that I haven't finished my man room in my basement or whatever it is because of my wife or the woman that I'm with. The only reason that I go to Starbucks 3 times a week is because of my wife or the woman that I'm with. Gotta understand that. When you are a very good guy, and our moms raised us to be very good boys, listen to our women, sort of be obedient in a way. They raised us to be sort of the men that they would never date. That's a funny thing. Immediately, no hesitation. I may look more fit and trim because I no longer live with an emotional eater. And that's not blaming my wife. I take extreme accountability for what the hell goes on in my life, what I put in my mouth. That's my business and my responsibility, but let's not get it twisted. I want to make my wife happy, wanted to make her happy. I wanted to spend time with her. And me going to the gym and lifting weights isn't something that necessarily made her happy. It wasn't necessarily something that she wanted to do. So being confronted with that, it makes a man knows, well, what does she want to do? Well, she wants to catch up on the show, watch The Bachelorette. She wants to talk about what happened on Love and Hip Hop or The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Whatever your girl's thing is, that's what she's going to want to do. And I guess this is more of a PSA to married men or men that are in relationships. You are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So be careful who you spend your time with. Be careful who you marry. I wish I had been.
Wow, that was the Divorce Diaries podcast. The Daily Saga will continue tomorrow. The full season's episodes are on Patreon now. Subscribe for early access. Click the Patreon link in the description. Hopefully these entries help our anonymous recorder as a form of his own personal therapy. That's his hope and his intention. Will these recordings of life's curveballs lead this family to the best resolution in the end? We'll keep listening. New episodes are released daily on all podcast players, but all episodes are available on Patreon at Divorce Diaries Podcast Patreon page. Until next time.